Hello guys, today we are going to be talking about DBMS basic intro. Let's start with what is DBMS. First of all, DBMS means Database Management System. As the name suggests, it is a management software by which we handle a database. Database is basically a store of data. In a database, data is stored in tables, columns and rows, which have a relationship with each other. They are connected in a manner that they can be accessed easily by a DBMS. Now, as we know what is a database, so let's see the types of database, which are flat model database, navigational databases, which are of two types, hierarchical tree database model, network or graph model, and if we come out of the navigational database, there are more like relational model, object model, document model, entity attribute value model, and star schema. And now let's have a look at this diagram. This diagram tells us that a user accesses the database through an application or website, which accesses the database through a DBMS, and a programmer accesses the database through a DBMS. And no one can access the database without using a database management system, which in short form is called a DBMS. This is usually called a typical database architecture, which is a rule of database that no one can access the database without using a database management system. It also secures the website as well. And if you are new in this thing, let's see the top common acronyms of the database, which starts with SQL, which full form is Structured Query Language. Another is CRUD, create, read, update, delete, and ACID, automaticity, consistency, isolation, and durability. Let's move forward and see the first acronym, ACID. Automaticity means transactions are either all or none. Consistency, only valid data is saved. Isolation, transactions will not affect each other. Durability, written data will not be lost. And now let's see the disadvantages of conventional flat file. We will see the other acronyms later on. So the disadvantages of conventional flat files are redundancy, inconsistency, mixture of all data together, hard to maintain and manage, no concurrency support. Redundancy, same data may be stored in many different copies. Inconsistency, the data regarding to same business entity may appear in different forms. Mixture of all data together, the data is not clear in logical relationships between the data columns, thus hard to understand and manage once the data structure gets complex. And no concurrency support means that only one person or only one operator can operate the database. How database solves this problem? In database, we add metadata. Metadata is the data about the data, means it is just the data which explains the main data. Now let's see at the database content, means what the database contains. The typical database contains user data, metadata, application metadata, index and other overhead. User data is the tables that stores the user data, means his name, his location, his ID, Gmail, password, etc. etc. Metadata is used for keeping the structure schema of the data and including the table name, column name, type and contents over the columns. And application metadata, application specific metadata regarding to user settings or functions of the application. Index and other overhead used for improving performances.